Next question was sent in to CornyDriveThru at gmail.com from Red Spiral Ray. Jim,
What did you just say?
Red Spiral Ray.
Spiral Ray.
Red Spiral Ray.
Red Spiral Ray.
Jim?
Red's his first name, Spiral is his middle name, and Ray is his last name.
There's something going on here. Jim, with all the stories you've told about him and how you've said he's insane, do you hate Vince McMahon? Do you like him? Or are you indifferent to the rich weirdo?
No, well, I don't. Rich weirdo. I don't hate him. He's at various times he's not been my favorite person, but see, here's the thing. You allow yourself to excuse Vince because generally, except at the very top, when you get bad news, it comes from someone else besides Vince, or he allows someone else, like, Laurinaitis was my problem in the relationship with OVW and the WWE because Laurinaitis was treating us like a fucking storage closet, but Vince allowed it to happen. Because when Vince is done with you, and I don't mean to say it even like that, when you cannot, from a period, serve Vince's purpose as well as someone else can, then he will immediately go to someone else. And then he'll do the same thing later on. I don't hate him. There's been many times I was quite peeved at him, but he has that Teflon where you can't just fully want to choke him by the neck because his interactions with you are never violent or confrontational somehow. But, he's done a lot of great things for me. And he's also pissed me off highly. So it's not that how was it phrased? I just don't care either way about the fucking.
Are you indifferent to the rich weirdo?
I'm not indifferent. I'm at this point, I'm like, Vince is a guy that is unique and fascinating, and you can never understand, and you can't really love him, and you can't really hate him, because if you fall in love with him, sooner or later he's going to fuck you around, and then it's going to be worse. But you can't hate him because anytime you've known him, he's done some good shit for you. So it's weird with him.
While you were up there, who was the guy who would get the maddest at Vince?
Oh gosh. Well, probably me. Not mad at him personally, but mad about the fucking creative, because nobody else, certain people would pitch shit, and you'd have people that have JR would be honest and blunt with him, but once he had decided to do something, then everybody else just rolled over with it. But if it really drove me crazy, I'd probably try a little bit longer than everybody else. But nobody just came out openly in front of a lot of people and just fuck it, except for, and then this was behind closed doors, but except for all the fucking main event assholes that he tolerated, like Nash and Hall and Michaels. It was giving him more trouble than fucking, anybody else, everybody else put together.
Did Bruce ever voice frustration with Vince?
No. To Vince, definitely not. To me, no, not really. He just kind of, that's Vince. Or, well, Corny, Vince likes this, or Corny, Vince thinks this, or whatever. Like, that was the problem I always had with Bruce. I've said before, I said, just at least acknowledge that I'm working with you. Don't tell me this is sports entertainment, it's wrestling. We'll call it sports entertainment because you and I have agreed to work, but I'm in on it. I'm not going to I will work as long as you give me the respect of letting me know that I know that we're working. This is not real. We're not telling the truth. But Bruce couldn't ever break down and say, well, no, this is the way it is, Corny. It's a WWF way or whatever the fuck. So, I'm sure he'd get frustrated at the number of times that we had to tear shit up and start over again because Vince changed his mind, but he would never actively say, why the fuck will he just not do this and leave us alone?